Hi guys, welcome to Rewrite and Relieve. And I'm Anurag and this is Dr. Priyanka. And in this today's video, we are going to talk about one of the most important habits, and that is reading books.
Yes, whenever we need something, our body starts showing signs. For example, if we feel like to eat chalk, it means our body is deficient in calcium. If we are thirsty, it means our body needs water. If we are feeling lonely, it means we need companionship or we need to socialize more. Similarly, if we are feeling stuck, it means our body is demanding growth. We can achieve growth in many ways, and reading books can be the crucial step to achieve the growth.
And we will be talking about one of the 5 life-changing books out there. And for more books, we will be talking about on Instagram Reels and Stories. So do check it out over there also. And for now, let's begin. The first book is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. This is one of the most beautiful books out there for finding meaning of life and hope for life in the amidst of suffering. So in this book, the author has talked about his stay at the concentration camps in Auschwitz during the World Wars, and the situations were very cruel, and in those situations also he found some hope and meaning to that suffering. So this book is basically about giving meaning to every pain or every suffering that we go through, and once we give the meaning to that suffering, it becomes bearable, and we go through that suffering in a better way. So this is one of the must read books that you can read in the coming days. There are also many inspirational quotes written in this book, and one of the most powerful quote that I think is everything can be taken away from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedom to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. So basically what this means is how you react to any situation or any circumstances that are around you, and by understanding how to react to to a suffering or to a pain, you can make it more bearable and you can go through it in a better way. So this book is all about the reaction to the suffering and finding hope in your pain or during or in the suffering that you are going through.
Second book is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. In this book, author has explained several leadership qualities. So in today's video, we are going to discuss the concept of golden circle. This golden circle is made up of 3 concentric circles, and the innermost circle explains why. So basically, those companies who are quite successful, for example Apple, they know their why. Unless and until you know your why, that why you are doing it, there are less possibility that you can pursue that thing for a good period of time. After that, the second circle explains how you are doing it, and the outermost circle explains what you are doing it. Generally, all the companies and we all people works in the reverse manners, that what we are doing it, how we are doing it, and why you are doing it. But when I read this book, I understand that why I never quit in pursuing my passion, because I always knew my why, that I always wanted to make the community healthy. I always wanted to improve the quality of life, and that's why I never really quit pursuing my passion. So in our case, why we are doing it is because we want to make the community healthy. How we are doing it is creating awareness in the community, and what we are doing is we are creating videos, we are creating blogs and podcasts and putting on the social media and trying to reach to the maximum people to create the awareness. Also, I'm working full time in the public health sector, so I go in the community, I go in the underprivileged area, also in the villages, and I try to explain them that how they can take care of their life and their body, their nutrition and health, and how they can adapt a healthy lifestyle so that the quality of life improves and they can stay healthy. Also, the why and how, it comes from your limbic brain, and our limbic brain generally reacts to the emotions and the human feelings. So if you want to connect with the other people, or if any company wants to connect with their customers, then they should know their why and how. And our what is coming from our neocortex, that is our analytical brain. So whatever we are doing is all it comes from our analytical and logical behavior. So if we want to connect with the other people, for example, we want to connect with you, so that's why we are focusing more and more on our why and how. So I will suggest you, this book is must read, so go and please read this book.
The third book is Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. And this is one of the top three books, top three favorite reads of mine. And basically this book talks about choosing the fucks that we give about, or choosing the things that we should care about, that other than the useless things, like we think that someone is richer than me or someone has a better looking body than me. So these all are things that create dilemma or problems in our life. This book talks about creating solid values and important values like honesty and vulnerability in yourself. And one of the most catchy things, or the catchy topics that I found most important, is that the author has talked about problems in our life. So we think that our problems are unique and those are just for ourselves, but it is not the case. And we have actually, a lot of people have same set of problems, just in different circumstances. So basically he says that whatever problem you have, you should not run away from it and you should try to solve it. One most important topic that I thought Mark has discussed in this book is about problems. That as humans we will always have problems, right? And there is no such human that does not have problem in his life. So we should strive for having better problems in life, and better problems make our life more better and more meaningful. So you will find many such good things in this book. Like he has also talked about developing core values, strong values like honesty and vulnerability in this book. So this is also one of the must reads of in today's time.
The fourth book is Think Like Monk by Jay Shetty. You must have watched his several videos on various social media platforms. In this book, he had explained his journey of becoming monk, and also how we can develop the monk mentality. And also he had explained some parts of Gita in this book. So today we are going to discuss some of the concept from his book, but if you want to know more about it, then you can go and read the book. So the first concept is know your dharma. It means that unless and until you know your highest purpose of living, you cannot bring fulfillment, or you cannot bring the mindfulness in your life. So author is explaining that everybody should know the purpose of living and they should follow it, they should pursue it. For example, in my case, my dharma is to serve people, is to give medical treatment to the people and create the awareness in the community, and I should strive for it. I should go for it, I should perform and do maximum work in this particular field. The second is to know your identity and your core values. You can develop your identity, or you can create your identity based on your morals. So the person should always have the core principles and morals in their life. And to know that, he should experiment, he should talk with other people, he can read the books and do a number of things. The third concept which he had explained is spot, stop and swap. So in your life, if something is bothering you, then you should spot it, that what exactly is bothering you. Then you should stop it and you feel why that particular thing is bothering you, and you can alter your responses, you can change the environment, and you can take actions towards that thing to resolve it, and then swap it and then go to the next. Many times if we have any problem, we just try to ignore that problem and we just don't take out the time and sit and think about that problem, that how we can solve it. The next point is serve the community. Jay Shetty has explained that even if you have less, there should be tendency to give it back. When he used to travel from village to village with other monks, that time they used to carry extra food for those who do not have access to the nutritious food. Also, he fed n number of children in the midday meal school scheme. Similarly, there is a research which has explained that the people who give more are happier than the people who receive it. For example, if we are receiving good amount of money, then also we cannot find that happiness, because there always will be somebody who is earning more, and hence you cannot generate the feeling of contentment. book is Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. In this book, author has explained that we can achieve anything, we can achieve any success if we are able to give correct message to our subconscious mind. And to do all these things, he had explained some concepts, some techniques. So few of them we are going to discuss in this video. So the first concept is auto suggestions. For example, we have to tell our subconscious mind what exactly we want. And for that, we have to be very clear what we want. Unless and until we don't know what we want, we cannot achieve that thing. For example, if we are sitting in a cab and we are continuously changing the location, then driver gets confused that where exactly to reach, and then we cannot reach to the any point. Similarly, if we know exactly what we want and we are continuously giving auto suggestions regarding to that, then our brain can focus on the opportunities related to that particular thing. For example, if I want to become a New York Times best-selling author, and if I am giving auto suggestions to my brain in the form of affirmations that I am New York Times best-selling author, then my brain compels me to take actions to be New York Times best-selling author. For example, my brain will search for the opportunities. My brain will force me, or my brain will compel me to write a book, to read more books, to learn new vocabulary, to improve my grammar, and a number of things. Similarly, he had given and he had explained some other techniques. For example, creating your vision board. You may find several videos on how to create vision board. So if you keep whatever you want to achieve in front of your eyes, then your brain starts thinking about it, that how we can take actions and what actions we can take to go there. Also, then there is a concept of visualization. So whenever you sleep, before sleeping, our brain is our subconscious mind is 90% activated, and for the rest of the day it is 75% activated. And when it is 95% activated, that is just before the sleep, if we imagine, if we visualize that how exactly we want to achieve the success and how it will look, then there are higher possibilities that we are giving exact message to our subconscious mind and will be taking action to reach our goals. For example, Tesla always talked about the vibrations and the energy levels. So whenever he wants to create something new, he wants to conduct any experiment, he used to imagine that entire experiment in his head, and then he used to perform it. And also, when if we are stuck in any problem and if we are thinking about solution before we sleep, then there are higher possibilities that whenever we wake up with the solution. And there is one more interesting concept he has explained, that is the power of repetition. The more focusedly we think about something, and if we have a faith on it. For example, if I'm giving auto suggestion that I want to become a New York Times best-selling author, then I should believe in it. If I don't have faith in it, then my brain, my subconscious mind might not accept it, because our subconscious mind is completely works on our feelings and emotions. So we have to believe in it, and we need to be focused on that thought, and we have to use affirmations repeatedly. So more we do something repeatedly, like if we form a habit, then our brain forms new neuronal pathways. Our entire channel is based on this particular concept, that more you develop the habit of healthy lifestyle, the more neuronal pathways create in your brain, and that will help you to lead a healthy and successful life. That's why we always say that rewrite your mind and relive your life.
Hi guys, I hope you have liked this video, and we are going to start a new book challenge this Sunday. So in this book challenge, you have to tell us about your three life-changing books of yours, and you have to mention other people to tell us about their own three life-changing books. And while doing this, you have to use an hashtag named as rewrite and relive, hashtag rewrite and relive, and hashtag rewrite and relive book challenge. And while posting this challenge on your story on your Instagram stories or in your Facebook stories, you have do not forget to mention rewrite and relive in that story also. We will be putting all the details about the book reading challenge in the description below, and if you want to know more about it, there will be a detailed description down there, and please go and check it out.
There is a famous quote which says, "No two person can read same book." It means the research has suggested that the two different person can have entirely different perception about the same book. That's why we do not believe in any short stories of the book or summary of the books. We always recommend to go and read the entire book so that you can have your own opinions, and we want to know that opinions and also your likings of books and which books you will suggest. If you also want to know more about more books, then you can go to our website. We have entire section dedicated to the books.
In the further resources section, we are launching our website in the next week, and do go through it, and there are many more things that are useful for you. Till then, share this video with maximum people.
Until next time, rewrite your mind and relive your life.